Oh, hi there. I didn't see you. I was playing a video game. Perhaps you've heard of them. Video games, an interactive entertainment medium, are one of the highest grossing industries currently in the world. This is one of them. It's called Advance Wars. You may be wondering, is this Tears of the Kingdom? Is this the Zelda I've been promised? No, dear viewer, it is not. It is not. I remember this map specifically when I played Advance Wars 2 back in the day. Because I remember thinking it was very hard. But as you can see, I'm a tactical genius.
Blast it all! Yes!
Alright, now look here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes?
Very few pornographic 3DO games came out in the United States.
Yeah, I mean, Plumbers Don't Wear Ties is...
It doesn't have nudity in it.
It doesn't have nudity.
That's part of the joke, I'm pretty sure. They thought that was funny, to act like they had nudity and not have nudity.
Yeah, I mean, Plumbers Don't Wear Ties is a bunch of still photographs desperately pretending that they're funnier than they are, and also they're steamy photographs.
And if we are really going to talk about pornographic 3DO games, you know, regardless of territory, like most of them are the virtual cameraman series, which is just porn. Like it's barely interactive. It's just pornography.
Just pornography, just like our next game, The Legend of Zelda.
Exactly.
I pulled them out so hard,
I went from hearing just pornography to coming in here and then hearing Brayden said I pulled out so hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good timing.
Yeah, it's...
Alright, so let's just go down the list of adult 3DO games here. I have a list up.
Oh, good.
Let's just walk down it. So, if we're talking about Mahjong games, one of the very early, almost launch titles in Japan was Mahjong Kuru Jedi AB Gal Seifukuhin.
Okay, so Seifuku means sailor uniform. And Hen means chapter. And Mahjong is,
It's Mahjong.
it's Mahjong.
And AV... we all know
AV
that.
means adult video.
So, that is the earliest eroge 3DO game. At least according to what I can find.
It's the earliest pierogi.
Yes.
Just, I apologize to all our, Polish viewers. You thought pierogies were one thing, but actually, what if a pierogi was an erogi?
Exactly.
That could have gone a much worse direction.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, this is what you get when you get me at almost 9 p.m.
Almost 9 p.m. It's almost 11 p.m. for me.
Hey, it turns out your pierogi was a cream pie. Ha 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 ha.
Hey, speaking of which,
Okay, you did that. You said that.
That-
I
that-
didn't say that.
Yeah, Chris Zombie Pie Redacted said that. What are you talking about?
Oh,
Exactly.
Chris Zombie Pie Redacted here to... Hi, all.
It's
this
me.
is fantastic. So
How-
next we have something called the Yakuken Special.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
No idea what that is,
The
but it's apparently
Yaku...
porn.
Yeah.
You shouldn't yuck people's yum.
You shouldn't. Scroll down. There's Onisan to Isho
You can
Jenkin
skip
Paradise.
that one.
Oh, yeah?
I know what Onisan means.
Yeah, that's.
Oh.
I get it.
I see.
See,
Alright,
this is
so-
great. All of my anime knowledge finally paying off.
Exactly. And that's what. And so once you get to the early '95, that's when you start hitting the like actual pornography of the virtual cameraman series. So you get part 1 of that. There's multiple parts. You know, February '95. You then
Make my
get-
video. It's just like those.
It's just like those. You get part 2 a month later.
Although thankfully Marky Mark's not in it.
Yeah, there are
it's
no
just
hate
make it
crimes happening.
No, but different kinds of crimes, because I think that virtual cameraman series, I have not researched it too much, let's say, but I think
no.
it goes to some rapey places.
Okay, cool. No thanks. Listen,
Yeah.
when I was saying you should play the erotic games for 3DO, I mostly mean that in jest.
Alright, so the next one, in April '95, is part 3.
Mhm.
Then, a different thing entirely, Nice Body All-Star Sumi Taikai.
Okay, I know what nice body means.
Yes.
Nice body.
Yes. Then in June, you get part 4 of the virtual cameraman. And then moving on down, there's part 5 a month later.
I just think
Keep
it's
going.
yeah.
Then
I just
there's
think
a
it's very
wall.
funny that the M2, like, we finally have a working M2 prototype and someone just sold it on eBay. No, it's not. It's
Yeah.
not a prototype. It's a production model.
Yeah. All right, so there's a break until November '95 when you get another Onisan game.
Uh huh.
It's Kisekai Paradise. Or Kisekai Paradise at that point. Which I imagine is truly fantastic. That came out a week before Princess Maker 2. No connection.
Princess Maker 2 is. This is not me doing a goof.
Uh-huh.
One of the more important games
Uh-huh.
to have come out. Princess
I mean,
Make
it-
like
I mean, it was made by Microcabin, so of course it's important. Moving on from there. So you then get, wait. So Tokimeki had, what was a Roge? I thought it was just a VN.
no Tokimeki Memorial. This Tokimeki, I believe, just means like heartthrob. So I
okay.
doubt it is part of the Tokimeki Memorial series.
Okay, alright. So in January '96, we get Idol Mahjong Final Romance 2 Hyper Edition.
Uh-huh.
I think you can imagine what that is. I don't know where the first one was, but oh
How
well,
many more items are on this list?
no idea. Then we get Tokimeki Mahjong
You're reading
Paradise
it.
Special. Yeah, but I didn't read ahead. Well, we're also at '96 at this point, so we're almost at the end. So moving further down the list, we get.
Brandon, is this better or worse than Chris reading out a listicle?
It's better because it's at least funny to be like, use my extremely cursory knowledge of Japanese to be like, I think I know what that one's about.
Alright, so that's the last one. This list then goes into games that don't have a set release date. So in the West, in 1994, we get Mind Teaser, which has adult elements, and Neurodancer, Journey into the Neuronet.
Neurodancer?
Neurodancer.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Think about it if inside her arms Molly didn't have knives but just dildos.
Welcome to Arbitrary Water late at night. This is late night premium cable.
Oh,
I
yeah.
always hear stories from people who are like older than me about like the joke about like, oh, scrambled Cinemax or whatever.
Get it, Max.
And I don't know. I grew up in the age of the internet. If I wanted to look at that stuff, I could. So I always find those sorts of things from the old very quaint.
You never experienced finding like park porn? Which is to say, porn discovered in that local park?
No, I did not. I did not find a magazine.
Have you really lived?
Yeah, I think I have.
Yeah, he's just not that old, so.
I'm just.
So those are all the video games, like the pieces of software for 3DO that you can call a video game.
Uh-huh.
There's all the nonsense that you can't really, in good faith, call video games, and the adult elements of that, such as Blonde Justice, Body Conscious, Digital Rave Part 1, Endlessly.
Digital Rave is one of the mechanics in Guilty Gear, I think.
Hmm.
Well,
Is that the guy who lays in a bed all day?
Does involve body
Bedman.
conscious.
Bedman
Unfortunately,
seems like-
Bedman is canonically dead,
Oh, cool.
which is why in Guilty Gear Strive, Bedman
Ah, there you go.
is the ghost of Bedman piloting his bed to protect his younger sister.
Nice.
Close.
Good man.
We then move on to Immortal Desire
Oh, boy.
and Love Bites. And, Penthouse Interactive Virtual Photo Shoot, Volume 1.
Mmm.
Yeah. Oh, and then of course, the list would not be complete without sex. It's just called sex.
Okay. Sure.
Just a piece of software called sex. I think I heard about it. There's actually not that much sex in it.
Are you Yeah. Well.
As you do.
It,
You then have the Coven. That's apparently. Yeah. And then finally, Virtual Vivid Sampler.
oh.
Just
thank you.
A sample platter.
The only virtual vivid sampler I want is like when you go to a Costco and you get a little cup full of like enchilada or something.
Jello
Cup
shot.
full of enchiladas. Enchilada cup.
I remember I got a Goker for free back when those were first being introduced when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was like, this sure is just yogurt.
But it's yogurt in it too, so you can eat it on the go. Thus the title.
All right, so that is all of the adult content for the 3DO. So when you say that I should play one of the porno games, like what, the Mahjong one?
Like, honestly, here's the thing, is that I bet, like, 90% of the Japanese games are just PC 98 ports.
Or sequels to PC 98 games, yeah. Almost certainly. But I will end up having to play Neurodancer at some point. So y'all will hear about that when it happens.
Listen, if I've learned anything from playing Dante's Inferno, it's that Twitch doesn't actually care.
I was trying to
until
think
they very
of,
much do.
I was trying to think of a sexy or a sex-related pun for Count Zero, and I couldn't think of it.
Sorry.
I've been thinking about it like the last 5 minutes. Not coming.
Now, if you really want to talk about the Japanese PC games, there is a whole, of course, we all know there's a whole thing with the development of the adventure game or RPG in Japan being very tied to early 80s pornography games.
Uh-huh.
I'm aware of this, yes.
Yes, yeah.
I have this copy of, it's called You Know, the girl who chants love at the end of the world.
90s. That's the 90s. It's fully established. Everything's fully established by then. I'm talking like 1982. For like the PC 88. Some of the earliest RPGs. On Japanese
Oh yeah.
pornographic.
I know the name Alice Soft.
Yeah.
Although I wish I did not.
In fact, there's a whole. I think it was Koei was way into doing that kind of stuff.
Oh, I know what I have to do. I'm silly.
This would be a lot easier for you if you played with reasonable controls.
No, it's actually pretty simple with the gyroscopic. I've gotten used to it. I even beat Hrot today.
It's a good screenshot.
Yeah, you like the picture I showed of the what the final boss of Hrot is?
The Supreme Commander upon a Velociraptor or whatever it was.
Yeah, upon a pterodactyl. Yeah.
Pterodactyl, yes.
Very good.
And it's like, that Supreme Commander sure does look like someone. See, one of the things I think is actually, like, genuinely interesting about this game's approach to dungeon design is that they really are trying to use, like, the whole buffalo here.
What do you mean by that?
Like, when you use a dungeon item, you don't just get rid of it as soon as you're done with it.
Okay.
Like, items actually have purpose outside of the dungeon you get them. Which is, compare that to Twilight Princess, where you basically never use that top thing.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't matter, because moving on to the next thing.
But it's a more holistic approach to puzzle design. I'm gonna use that word because it makes me sound like a smarty pants.
It's a very intellectual word.
Yeah.
Holistic.
Holistic, also one of the games on the 3DO.
Not in my head.
It's spelled H-O-L-E. Get it? Anyway. You're welcome. I'll be here. This is, once again, this is me late at night.
I still don't get it.
Sex.
Can you, okay. Alright. Well, can you explain it to me in, like, closer detail?
Sex.
I see.
Hello, welcome to twitch.tv/arbitrarywater. If you support this wonderful channel, I'll play some bad God of War and Devil May Cry clones at some point. Probably later in the summer after this.
And eventually some dubious RPGs again.
Yeah, that's right.
These RPGs. Oh, okay, so you're gonna play Final Fantasy VIII?
I mean, if I wanted Gino to get mad at me. I don't have anything against Final Fantasy. Like, here's the thing, is that with the exception of 2, which has already been covered by everyone in detail,
Yeah.
I don't think any, like, you know, hey, 13's kind of a messy game,
13's good.
but I don't
13's
hate Final
fun.
Fantasy 13.
It's so weird.
Yeah,
Bizarre,
but like
but-
when you look at that game and you look at where they were going with 11 and 12. 13 makes perfect sense.
Does it?
Do you want to elaborate on that?
So 12 is, you know, they did their MMO.
They made Baldur's Gate.
They made Baldur's Gate. No,
That's what that game is. It's Baldur's Gate.
kinda.
Like, almost exactly. That game is just Baldur's Gate.
I-
It's Knights of the Old Republic.
It's not, because
It's Neverwinter
you're not
Nights.
giving them
It
specific
is.
commands.
Oh, you mean like in Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter Nights?
I am constantly pausing to give people commands in Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter Nights.
Yeah, like in Final Fantasy 12.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 12 is Baldur's Gate, yeah.
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 I said 13. 13, like, abstracts that one level higher, and so it becomes about macro management and plate spinning,
Yeah, no, it's great. It's a great combat system.
and
One of the worst combat systems.
it's fine.
It's maybe the best they've ever made.
You should,
Not
the
even
7,
close.
the 7R combat system would disagree.
I haven't
Oh.
played that yet.
It's pretty good.
Also, I think,
The sons of bitches made Final Fantasy 7 good.
the thing
There's
I will
always
say
more
about
to back.
13's combat is at some point, they're better. The 13.2 has a better version of that game's combat.
It's barely different at all.
It's
Yeah.
different enough.
It's different enough. It is snappier, and also, most importantly, does not spend 20 hours
Kicking
giving
around.
you fucking kitty gloves
Just
to
kicking around.
do things. Anyway, I'm playing Zelda over here. How are you guys doing?
I'm glad we're not talking about 3DO games anymore.
Oh,
I played Dr. Hauser.
yeah. The
Uh,
only game worth playing.
The thing about Dr. Hauser is,
Uh-huh.
oh, I remember this weapon from Smash Bros. It's like a lot of River Hill Soft games. It is as interesting as it is, like, barely a video game. Like, I beat that game in one sitting in less than 90 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Who
Also,
is River Hill Soft?
River Hill Soft are responsible for Overblood, among other things.
Yeah.
So, like, they're the pedigree, let's say,
Uh-huh.
of River Hill Soft starts pretty early. They also did the JB Harold Murder Club games, which are a series of Japanese adventure game murder mysteries, one of which has FMV with white actors.
Cool. That's just being cool.
But more importantly, River Hill Soft is one of those companies where it's like everyone who was working at that studio early on
Uh-huh.
did something, went on to make something huge. I believe-
Yeah, like the lead programmer on Overblood went on to be the lead on Overblood 2, and I believe has been the general producer of Level 5 for
Yes.
God knows how long.
Yes, level 5.
He
You know,
was a big part of like Dark Cloud and all the Professor Layton games, Rogue Galaxy, and a bunch of and Ni no Kuni. And
we'll just pretend White Knight Chronicles doesn't exist.
I never got around to playing that.
Yeah, you're probably fine. I don't know, that game looked real boring, even at the time. If you're gonna support a struggling JRPG developer, hi, I'm Brighton. I'm here to tell you about supporting your friends and mine at Tri-Ace. Did you know that every day a Tri-Ace developer goes hungry?
Oh no.
Tri-Ace is great.
Yeah, all of their gotcha games failed, though. And Star Ocean 6 didn't move the needle. I bought a copy of Star Ocean 6.
I'll play it probably at some point.
It was $30.
Nice.
Eh? Eh? No.
Darkest Dungeon sure is a lot better with mods.
Yeah, I bet getting rid of some of the tedious stuff in that game makes it less tedious.
So I'm doing a thing where every time I level up my stagecoach, and like now you have a tiny % chance of getting a level 3 character, I just go into the notepad file for the mod, and I make it so they're now a 99% chance of getting a level 3 character. And once I upgrade so I get 4s, I will just set 3s back to like 0.001 and set 4s up to 99%.
I've gotten very close to picking up Darkest Dungeon 2.
I don't like what they did. They just made it.
It is more of a traditional roguelike.
No, there's no progression.
How dare they?
I mean, if you want to talk about Slay the Spire likes, I can talk about some of those.
I'm good.
I
Slay the
played-
Spire beat any interest of those out of me.
Okay, but what about Rogue Book?
I don't know what that is.
It's
Is that the one you had me play that had Merlin in it?
no, that's the Hand of Merlin.
Okay.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
No. Also, the Hand of Merlin is cool.
Yeah, it was neat.
But no, Rogue Book is the one that is that Richard Garfield had some hand in. And so, you know,
Because that means so much.
the man who created Magic the Gathering does
Artifact.
mean something. And also Artifact. The Dota card game. Everyone's favorite.
Did he immediately throw it under the bus when it didn't do well?
I mean, he basically said, like, hey, my work is done here. And then, you know, Valve basically... I think part of the reason why... Hey, guess what? Part of the reason why that game failed is because Valve tried using it as a way to experiment with monetization. Because the whole thing was, like, the cards in that game were just on the Steam marketplace.
I feel like working at Valve must be such a crushing experience. If you're actually interested in making a product, like in making a thing.
Well, yeah, you didn't get enough people to move their desks next to you, so... Sorry, and now someone's trying to actively sabotage your project. Sorry, that's just how it goes.
This will definitely make the best Valve. I don't know what... I don't understand the mindset behind that. I feel like that's one of those things because they are effectively making infinite money because of Steam. They just assume that everything they do is correct.
Or they don't need... They can just afford to scrap projects over and over and over again.
It's just weird. I don't care for it.
No. But yeah, every little, like, behind-the-scenes thing talking about what it's like to work there just sounds bizarre.
Nightmarish.
Like some real Lord of the Flies shit. Which, when you consider the libertarian leanings of Valve's founders and owners, sure.
Only the best people.
Only the best people. In a completely flat structure where rank is dictated entirely by social control.
I love popularity contests.
Yeah. Kill the pig.
Kill Piggy.
Kill the pig.
Kill Piggy.
Yeah, kill Piggy. We gotta eat its meat.
Now that gets all cracked over a rock over by the ocean.
Yeah. And then, you know.
How far are you into this game, anyway?
This is
The second dungeon, right?
the third dungeon.
Oh wow.
Thanks, Joy-Con Drift. Alright, let's see.
I will say, like, every one of these dungeons, the puzzles and, like, interactions with your tools and stuff have just seemed so different from, like, every other Zelda game. It does seem like they were just going for it.
They thought long and hard about, like, how can you make motion controls make sense in a Zelda game. For better or for worse. And honestly, I say for better. Because I'm actually really enjoying this game. But no, Barkmaster, do you want some previews of what the third season of the Wheel of Dubious RPGs would have?
Oh, absolutely.
How do you feel about, like, I'm talking like the real dregs of my GOG library.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you've already gone through quite a bit of those. You played Thunderscape.
Thunderscape is cool because it's
Because it's soundtrack?
yeah, because its soundtrack is cool, and also because it's basically when SSI lost the D&D license, they're like, all right, we got to make our own original RPG setting.
Oh, here's a question. On your third season, do you have Dark Sun game? Is it Shattered Sun? What am I
Dark
thinking of?
Sun Shattered Land,
Yeah, I think that might be it.
and its
Dark Sun
sequel
Shattered Land.
Wake of the Ravager.
Yeah, one of those.
Honestly, I think those games are like maybe too good.
Okay, well then give me a name.
Kingdom. There's a game called Prince of Chin that appears to be a Three Kingdoms-esque Baldur's Gate-alike,
Oh no.
Nice.
made by white people.
Yeah, of
Nice.
course.
Hold on, let me pull up the Google Doc. I have a Google Doc.
Of course, you want to be organized.
Because the Google Doc is the universal form of... Alright. I will share this with you. in the chat, and I'll put this in the voice in the well. Now I'll just post a picture. And this is kind of the short list right now.
That's a big list.
Yeah, it will probably get smaller.
Prince of Keen, Black Geyser, Furies of Darkness, Kingdom Come Deliverance, Anachronox, Descent to Undermountain, Drakensing 2, Philistine Secret, Spelljammer, Pirates of Realm Space, Death Keep of Orcs and Men, yeah, and Enclave, sure, Lands for Gardens of Destiny, Birthright, the Gorgon's Alliance, Grimoire Held to the Winged Exemplars, Silver, Albion, Summoner, Tales of Legendia, Hexplore, Hellpoint, Soulbringer, Al-Qadim, The Genie's Curse, Betrayal at Krondor, Return to Krondor, Elex, Time and Eternity, Star Ocean Before the Last Hope, Blood Witch, Challenge of the Five Realms, Conan 2 or 3, Revenant, Siege at Avalon, Ultima 7 Pagan, Ultima 8 Pagan, Vampire, Venetica, Valdestory, Abyssal City, The First Templar, The Age of Decadence, Realms of Arcania, Blade of Destiny Remake, Macon X, Virtual Highlight, Lost Dimension, Beyond the Beyond, Earthbound Beginnings, Fantasy Star
Hey,
Universe.
Beyond the Beyond isn't that bad.
Beyond the Beyond's good.
Yeah, after watching you play it, it probably will not be on the list.
Also, why is Fantasy Star Universe on there?
Because I own a copy.
Fantasy Star U is dubious as hell.
Oh, okay.
Because I picked up a copy from the local Goodwill.
Oh, okay.
For...
I think probably the last even decent Fantasy Star game might have been the DS game, Z. That game was way better than it had any right to be.
But yeah, that's just like a short list.
Actually, when did Blueburst come out? I don't remember.
Phantasy Star Universe is also fun because that was a cross-gen thing.
It was? I thought that was for, like, middle of 360 lifespan.
It was on PS2 as well.
Oh, no.
What wasn't?
Phantasy Star Universe, because that's the version I have.
I would have sworn that... Oh, well.
Oh, right. There's also, the last mini expansion for Neverwinter Nights 2 in there. I forgot that I went all the way down to a second page. But it's called Mysteries of Westgate, and it's apparently pretty bad. It was not even made by Obsidian.
Oh, lovely.
Oh yeah, I also might, for this one, I might delve more into portable stuff, too. Assuming it's interesting bad.
Like, oh, you can do the Sonic RPG.
Yeah, so, well, the problem with Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood is that it does not emulate well.
Really?
Because it is a touchscreen only game.
Oh. Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, this is silly. So, I do own a physical copy of Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood.
Of course you do.
Yeah, of course I do.
I believe it.
But yeah, like, the problem with that game is I would need a capture card for my 3DS.
Yeah, that sounds...
Or
hassle.
I would need to try to make do with a mouse, which does not sound fun to me. But yeah, that game is bad. I know. really hard to. But I was specifically thinking, like, people really don't like that third Golden Sun, huh?
I haven't played
that's
anything.
Okay, well, you don't need to. That is the hot take shared by me and my co-hosts, is like, those games are fine, but removed from context, they're just, like, totally average JRPGs.
That's the one that somebody played first.
I mean, literally, yes, because they were early GBA games that resembled SNES RPGs, and that was a big deal. And I'm not going to discount that. But
I like
also,
to validate people's opinions.
that's
what I
me.
do all the time.
They call me the validator. Because I like to validate people with how much I love them. For example, Chris Zombie Pie Redacted has joined the chat.
How did you know I was here?
Because I see your stupid portrait.
And also the burp gave it away.
I ate a lot of trail mix, so I got a lot of gas.
Like, I haven't even been here for long, and I could tell.
My doctor
Also,
still doesn't know if I have acid reflux or I just got a shitty diet.
Well, we know one of those things is true.
I finally scheduled myself for an actual physical.
Hey, that's good.
With my primary care
probably-
physician.
You're probably old enough to get poked up there, huh?
Yeah,
No,
probably.
They
It's like-
moved that into later.
Yeah, it's like
Right?
40.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
40.
well, I had to get one because they had an
Like, for
infection
fun?
down there.
Oh.
No,
Yeah,
I had a pretty bad. It was really. I feel like it's important for us to talk about men's health here.
That's right.
So the prostate is an incredibly. It's something that you should be aware of in terms of when your doctor asks to investigate it. You should let him investigate it, even though it is horribly painful.
Isn't
No,
there a
yeah, I
better
had
way
it.
to do it these days?
Painful? I mean, some people think it's a pleasure zone, but when yours is horribly infected and
Yeah, that would
3
hurt.
times the size it should be, nah.
Yeah, they'll do it.
I don't
Welcome
know
to
if
our
that
Men's
was the
Health
worst
podcast.
part, but or when they gave me pretty strong antibiotics and it completely ruined my gut flora and I had digestive
All right,
problems.
good.
Welcome
good
to
seeing you.
arbitrary lump check.
No, really, just
Always check out for lumps, people.
Always check for lumps. May
so
is
probiotics don't do shit.
May is
Yeah.
probably some sort of cancer awareness month. Speaking
Yeah,
of lumps,
CP, you missed all of the 3DO pornography talk.
yeah,
Aw,
Thanks, Lloyd.
man.
we talked about the 3DO. We talked about the games
We don't need to bring it back
you
up
can
again.
look forward to in the
Yeah.
Wheel of Dubious RPG Season 3.
Okay. I mean, you probably got to it, but like, beggars can't be choosers. That things got pretty bad for the 3DOs where they didn't say no. And it just led to the zeitgeist of the console being, hey, it's for everybody.
Yeah, well, it's just very funny because that's why it was successful in Japan.
So I want to just point out that Jeff Grug and Mike Minotti did another one of their Game Mess YouTube series, and it was the Mount Rushmore of Boomer games. And their games were Tecmo Bowl, Rocket Knight Adventures, Wing Commander, and Myst.
Like, man, it's a great game.
Like, what's your Wing Commander?
Just the first one.
Great game.
No
And
Mark
then
Hamill
the
in it.
honorable mention was Daytona USA.
Yeah. Do 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 do.
No, it isn't even that good.
Yeah, but it's neither is there's
I mean,
Rocket
Ridge Race
Knight,
is good.
Neither's Mist or Rocket Knight Adventures, but you know.
Well, you know, Rocket Knight is no Rise Star, but
It's
you know,
no Gunstar Heroes.
Yes.
I don't like Gunstar
Which,
Heroes.
by the way, Gunstar Heroes and Rocket Knight Adventures exist, like, in the same spot in my brain. Because it's just like, it's just a box that says Genesis, ?
Yep, there you go. Okay, so why is Rise Star not in that box as well?
Because it has to be big enough to where boomers would actually know it. The average general audience would know it. Like, they made the case of, like, you could say that Black and White 1 is a boomer game because it was so huge and it was so superficial for most of it.
But no one actually remembers the damn thing.
Peter Molyneux remembers.
I remember
that
people,
first level.
Also,
people really liked that game.
the
when it first came
actual
out.
thing about Black and White is that you cannot legally buy it anywhere.
Yeah, because, well, you can't legally buy most of Lionhead's EA stuff.
You
I
can't,
have
yeah,
a
except Black and White.
I have a copy on Steam. It is no longer available of the movie game.
The movies.
Yeah, at the movies.
Oh yeah.
No, at the movies is Ebert's evil.
The movies.
And
And I have the movies, Stunts and Effects. And these are both games that you can no longer get on EA because, or Steam, or anything. Because they are unavailable. Because for a variety of reasons, some, but not all, of the Lionhead, not the Bullfrog games, the Lionhead Studios games that were made when they had a strategic partnership with EA.
Yep.
But before they got bought by Microsoft.
Yep. It's okay. I looked. You can still buy Spore.
That's good.
I have a copy of Spore. I like Spore.
You have my condolences.
I think that game is totally fine if you just want some goofy, weird stuff. Yes, both Black and White and Black and White 2 are on my abandonware. Wait, I do not condone crimes.
No.
I do though. Commit
I've
crimes.
never committed a crime. I am frankly horrified and outraged that such things would happen here.
You and I have both used that website repeatedly for our podcast.
No, in that case, that's fine. It's for library archival purposes. It's
Yeah,
for
like-
cultural edification.
Black and
Like
White was
Pride.
huge when it first came out. People really liked the animal shit, and no one ever interacted with like the village and city creation and like the RTS stuff.
Nobody ever got past the second or third level.
They wanted to play around with their little animal, and they wanted to just talk to it and pet it, and that was it.
Look at my big chimp.
Perhaps you've
It's
heard
like,
of Nintendogs.
Yeah, I mean, you should put Nintendogs should 100% be in like that video game Hall of Fame.
Nintendogs was very big.
It was huge.
Now
For
let me
many,
tell you
justified buying into the DS ecosystem.
Let me tell you about
Buying
this
into
new
DS in
hot
general.
video game, Actual Dogs.
Or Imagine's Babies.
No, Actual Dogs is the name of the video game where
Yeah,
you just hear my roommate's dog going
Puppy.
every now and then because he's a very
He's a
anxious
He's a little
boy.
gremlin.
He's not little. He's 48
He's a
pounds.
gremlin. Oh, okay, that's a big
He's
boy.
just a big puppy.
That's a big boy.
No, he needs dog Xanax or something.
Have you thought about doing dog therapy?
So, dog, tell me, why are you scared?
Arf,
Dog, why are you shitty?
arf, arf, arf.
He's not scared. He's not shitty. He's a very sweet boy who also
very sensitive.
flips the fuck out whenever he sees someone he doesn't recognize, which is unfortunate because that's most people. Or if he hears a noise outside. Or if he genuinely just wants attention.
Yeah,
Have you thought about
dogs are
giving the dog
adorable.
a-
Dogs are also a pain in the ass.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I, as someone who was briefly an English major,
I thought you were a history major.
I was. But I was English before I switched to history. Because, I was like, I like writing, and then it turns out, no, you
Hello.
don't.
Hi,
Hi.
Harley.
No, like, that's why I think the concept of a video game literary canon is fucking dumb.
I mean, there have not been enough centuries.
Not enough, because it's just a bunch of white dudes in their 30s and 40s being like, Mario. And I'm like, wow.
That is a good. We don't
Wow!
need to be.
Alright, so, this one's a main series Mario game. And this one has to be on there. No, Jeff, it has to be on there. And then Jeff's like, yeah, Mario. That's Jeff Grubb.
I mean, how many generations, like how many human generations do you need to have a canon of an art form?
There already is a canon. You just redefine it as you go along.
I'm saying that video game colonialism is here to destroy... I don't know.
Oh, video game colonialism, the worst kind.
Sid Meier's colonial...
The one, if you want to get into like boomer territory, I think that
I love getting to
it is the Mario 3 versus Mario World debate just like evidence of boomerism.
Yeah, it's Mario World.
Yeah,
That's
Mario.
not even a competition. Like, you can make your like
I think I might
takes.
actually like 3 more.
You can make your takes about how the cape trivializes everything. Oh,
Trivialize everything.
Good.
There are weird.
good.
one-off
There are ways.
mechanics.
There are ways for everyone to enjoy that game. I
just-
beat Mario World when I was like 9.
For me personally, I like the aesthetics, that like weird. I like the weird rough edges to the NES versus the Super
SNES.
SNES.
Oh, you mean the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, the SNES.
The Super Famicom. if you will.
Also, and this is a point that we have even all come to agreement about. A lot of people talk about how Super Mario World is like is the greatest SNES soundtracks. It isn't, just because
No.
it's like 5 tracks.
Listen,
no,
I
I
love when the bongo drums kick in whenever you're riding Yoshi. Should not be. But no, 3 has a better soundtrack. Because 3 has dun da 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 da.
That
Dun,
airship
dun,
theme
dun,
in
dun, dun,
3 might be my actual favorite thing in that
dun,
game.
da 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 da. And it also has the best athletic theme. Where it's
Yeah,
like, dun,
it's a
dun,
good game.
da, 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 da. That one,
Yeah,
top tier.
top tier. So we're all in agreement that they're both very good games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as we can agree on that.
Oh, now the cart is moving with the crystal. So I have to... Oh. So I have to stop it when... Ooh.
Are you saying this is a video game?
I'm saying this is like, I actually think the puzzle design in this game is clever and interesting.
How would you rate it out of 10?
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
It's, in terms of difficulty?
Yeah.
Oh, difficulty is not the highest standard a puzzle can achieve.
How have you been forced to play any bad minigames?
Any sort of solved old man puzzle? Perhaps?
I'm just saying, I mean, it's not a real adventure game until it's got like some sort of like. Are there tangrams?
How many men's Morris are there?
How many Tower of Hanoi puzzles have you solved? Do you think that this water thing is just this whole thing that you're using is just
the
like
Gus
a Mario
Bellows?
Sunshine?
No,
It's just Flood.
no,
You think they reused Flood for this?
no,
The game has Flood technology,
no. It's a gust bellows. It's not a water pump.
but it's the same idea.
Yeah, but it's good because it's the entire game isn't built around it.
Oh man.
Honestly, Sunshine would be a vastly superior game if they just allowed you to use all three of its abilities at the same time. Imagine if you could do like the blast around, like horizontal blast, the big vertical blast, and the hover jet, and those are just all available.
I think that would be an improvement. I still don't know if that fixes all of the weird camera bullshit.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't think the camera in that game is that bad.
it's
Not
worse
that
than you
bad.
remember.
I've played that game within the last 2 years.
Yeah, same here. It's not that bad.
I don't like it. But whatever, I don't actually care that much about Mario Sunshine that I think it's like some sort of awful thing.
No,
Great
but
water.
I like
Like what? What do you like?
It just has some really rancid parts. in it.
Yeah,
that
like
manta
just-
ray level,
Yeah.
that fucking haunted house level, the fucking Pachi slot pinball
Boss fight.
machine.
don't forget
Yeah. Bad level design is the actual problem with that game.
Yeah, like just truly wretched bad levels. The water slide with the leaf.
the roller coaster.
Ugh.
I mean, they're bad levels, but they're bad by Mario standards.
No, I would say that like the manta ray and the haunted house. in
Some of that
particular,
stuff
and,
is
like,
just-
the sandbird.
3D, yeah, the Sandbird.
Get the watermelon from on top of the hill to the.
Oh god, all that shit with Yoshi.
Anytime you have to get like a fruit to one end from one end of the map to the other without Yoshi dying, because Yoshi just drowns in water, and it's like,
No,
oh
it's worse
god,
than
they killed
drowning. Like,
Yoshi.
He, like dissipates into ink.
Yeah, they kill Yoshi.
Yeah,
It's
they
not
do.
actually Yoshi.
Someone
It's
has to.
It's a thing that just makes itself look like Yoshi.
Oh, it's a
Also,
a stand.
Mario 3 doesn't have Yoshi.
I think Mario 3 is overrated.
I'm having a good time.
That game doesn't get good until like World 6.
Wow. So it's not hard enough for you?
It's I don't know if it's that hard because most of those levels can be beat by just sprinting for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, as I said, it's not hard enough for you.
All right, well, let me tell you about Super Mario Maker
Uh-huh.
and the Kaizo ROM hack scene in general.
Uh-huh.
If you said, what if I had to exploit the physics of this 30-year-old video game?
Why are you having to go back the way you came?
Because, I have to go this way. I had to hit the switch with the bellows while it was still in the past.
That's slightly annoying, but okay, whatever.
No, it's fine.
Not the end of the world.
It's so annoying. Oh. No, it's fine. It's like interesting and creative puzzle design.
Will there be a concert scene with puppets?
No, there will not.
You didn't lie, Borgmaster. You didn't
yeah.
lie.
Hell yeah. That's a hell of an ending, isn't it?
It's a fucking great ending. Holy shit, it was so good.
Yep, the cockroaches got married.
I'm just sad that I missed it.
Which is a sentence that makes perfect sense.
I looked it up. Yeah, the third game is just they use a lot of the same assets and they continue the story, but it's never been translated into English.
Oh.
So that's a bit of a bummer.
They
so
made a
French?
third game?
Yes.
What's it called?
Which kind of blood is it?
Commissar Blood.
I believe it's
Commodore
called
Blood?
Commander Blood. It's called Commander Blood something something.
Oh, okay.
Commander Blood.
It's
List.
called The Big Bug Bang.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
man. Oh, man.
Okay.
Alright, so you
Big
so you're
Bug
going
Bang. Big. Oh God, I'm gonna say something I'm gonna regret. Big Bug Bang. Le Retour de Commander Brood. Le Retour de Commander
The Return
Blood.
of Commander Blood?
Hell yeah.
How do you know it's French?
Because retour sounds like return.
So, ZP needs to learn French, is what I'm hearing from this.
Big Bang, The Return of Commander Blood. In-game, the game refers to itself as Commander Blood 2.0.
But I love that they're like, we still got these puppets.
They use the same puppets. Oh man, why can't someone translate this game? Where's the fan?
Where's the fan
community? Can I commission
translation?
this? Can I commission this?
The problem is anyone who's a
Oh,
fan
yeah.
of cryo games probably doesn't speak English. They're probably like, why would I deign to translate this game into the barbaric
I know
Anglo-Saxon
for a
tongue?
fact Captain Blood got. Oh. Oh my God! Really?
What?
What?
Captain Blood. The game is from a first-person perspective and has music from legendary French electronic composer Jean-Michel Jarre.
What?
What the fuck?
Wait, the game you played or the sequel?
The
The
original.
prequel, the first game.
Captain
They
Blood.
commissioned music from the guy who did the Oxygen albums. And
Is this
Equinox.
like how Stuart Copeland did the soundtrack for the first 3 Spyro games?
What
Great.
the?
Great soundtracks.
Yeah, they're fun!
You need to play Captain Blood is what I'm hearing.
I need to play Captain Blood. Like, I need to look up, is the music good? Let me see if the music is good. Okay.
I mean, it's the Amiga, so it's gonna sound like a Genesis. I'm sorry.
Actually,
This
Copeland's
game-
original soundtracks actually fit super well with the reignited graphics because it's just such a strange set of sounds.
Did you play that with like original or remastered music?
With the original music, I fucked around with the new stuff for a bit, but then I switched the other to see if it fit
It's
together
mostly
well.
just the instrumentation that's different.
Yeah, it's. I mean, some of them are actually pretty dramatically different, just because the synths are so different on the PSX.
Just the sound font he was using.
This is insane.
Oh yeah.
How
Actually, I'm
insane
surprised
is it?
that I'm surprised that Relkin liked Spyro because I thought that'd be too easy for him.
Hey,
What?
getting 100% Spyro is definitely not for babies.
I'm now watching the intro to Commander Blood. I think I need to play this.
Commander Blood 2?
Like one
Captain
or
Blood.
Captain Blood 1? Captain Blood. But didn't that game come out before like Eurobeat was a thing?
1988 for the Atari ST.
Was that? Oh. ST emulation.
I would have to do EGA version.
So is Cryo actually good?
No.
They made one really good Dune game that people really like.
And then Westwood had to title their game Dune 2 to avoid confusion.
Alright, I'm gonna drop
Alright.
and go to bed.
And roll.
Yes.
Drop some
I'm gonna
balls.
Stop, drop, and roll. Yes, I'm gonna drop the deuce. I don't know. Anyway, see y'all later.
It's gonna drop like it's hot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. You're having a fun time.
Yeah, I'm having an okay time. Oh, I see. So I have to... direct it over here.
Hey, remember when they did this exact enemy design where you have to shoot shit back at them by using a shield in Mario Galaxy?
I do remember that.
Look at that. Solve that puzzle. I didn't spend an hour on it going, oh god, why would they make it this way? Because I know. They made it this way because it makes sense.
Someone needs to see how dark the rabbit hole goes, Braden, and it's not you.
No, because I like enjoying things sometimes.
I enjoyed myself with Commander Blood.
Except for the majority of the time when you're like, ugh.
I have to go, I have to refill my fuel again.
Man, when Commander Blood's good, it's really fucking good.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The part where the end of the game featured
Was it?
a musical number with the
It's a better
puppets.
concert sequence than Final Fantasy VIII.
Okay. That's a point of comparison.
Yeah. It has a better cutscene, concert scene than fucking Final Fantasy X-2. Yeah.
Why are these your points of reference?
Because those are the other concert scenes I think of.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Meanwhile, everyone in my friends list just playing Tears of the Kingdom,
Taunting you.
just taunting. I haven't played the game since Sunday because I spent all of last night trying to get Gothic to work, and I finally did.
What
Because
did you
it turns
have
out
to do?
the fix pack I was using, like the fan system pack, was an outdated version,
Oh.
and I had to download a different fork of the system pack, which was more recent.
So we're gonna see Gothic content on your stream?
I Are you planning on streaming yourself playing Risen?
No,
Then probably not.
I might actually.
I would consider it. I'm sure there'll be someone nice who will pop into my stream and be like, "Need any help?" And I'll be like,
How do I make the game good?
I mean, the way you make this is not a negative. I mean, honestly, Risen 1 might be my gut check. My gut feeling is that Risen 1 might be the one in that series that is like approachable.
Yeah.
And also still like the core. Risen 2 seems like a mess. Like it
Racism.
not.
This is a clever puzzle.
What's racist about Risen?
Risen 2, it takes place in fake Caribbean, and at one point there is a quest involving tracking down escaped slaves and bringing their heads back.
That's what those games do. They let you be actually evil if you want to be evil.
No, it's required regardless of which route you are trying to
Oh.
go.
That's interesting.
Also, the magic in that game is literally just called voodoo.
Now here's the real question. It's an accurate representation of real-world voodoo, the religion?
No, you have a
You
doll.
sweet summer child.
No, listen, I know. They never do. No
It's-
one ever does voodoo justice.
Even Gabriel Knight.
What kind of voodoo do you do?
Oh God.
Hey, Far Cry 6 is on sale for $15.
That is $20 more than I would like to pay for Far Cry 6.
Want them to pay you $5?
Yes, I do. That is my general feeling on Far Cry 6. Takes us. See, this is when the stab is maybe the least precise fucking thing.
There is a way for you to not be miserable with this control scheme.
No, fuck you.
How do you mean, Chris?
I don't know. I mean, he says he doesn't like the waggle controls.
I do like the waggle controls. I'm just saying the stab motion specifically
Oh, okay.
is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, what's the solution to
You
that?
asking me to come with, or you
Go
asking
fuck
if I want?
yourself. That's the solution.
Hey, I'm gonna go get Wendy's. I'll be back in like an hour.
Wendy's.
Alright. Let's see.
Not horrible checkpointing.
Yeah. Well, I still have to go across this way now.
Yeah, you gotta do that again.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Indifferent.
Are you sure that's the only emotion you feel?
Yeah.
Alright.
Sorry, you're failing to ruin my time.
I'm actually in the middle of trying to write something while also watching your shit, so it's... Oh, okay. Yes, I'm more than happy to post the Captain Blood Atari ST Jean-Michel Jarre music for those that want it. Music? good.
Jean-Pierre Jeunet?
Jar.
I can't trust Chris's opinion on music since you say that the Ever Grace shop music is good.
It is.
Yeah, if you like the Evergrace shop music, this is...
Then you're a psychopath.
No, it's good because it's
good.
like, yeah,
I
because
also
it's
don't
insane.
think it's right, because you admit that the music you listen to is just Nirvana with Nintendo 64
Fuck
sound.
you. I have.
I like classical music.
Good.
I also have listened to regular Nirvana. Don't treat me like some
I
sort
too
of.
would have listened to Nirvana.
No, you are placing me in the same category of people who have never listened to music that isn't a video game soundtrack. And sir, I resent that accusation.
Wait, is that true? Chris, is that true?
What? Who?
That can't be true.
What?
What he just said.
I was listening to music. What did he say?
Well, that goes against what he said.
No, I was literally listening to music. I didn't hear what he said. What did he say?
He said you've never listened to music.
No,
not
that's what that's what you are making the imposition.
Oh no, you put words in my mouth.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Of course not. I'm just an uncultured boor who
Yep, that's what I
likes
said.
meme music. So I have bad taste because I'm just so irony poisoned.
That's what I said. All these things.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Braden?
Yeah, let's
You're
talk
right,
about
actually.
let's talk about implications. Let's talk about what you mean when you say things.
Uh-huh.
I mean what I say what I mean.
I'm just saying you have bad taste, Brayden. You like to listen to Nirvana with Mario 64 sound
I
font.
said
What does
I
that
don't
imply?
I said I don't trust your taste in music.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you have bad sound. That means I don't agree with yours.
Are you sure?
Do you need me to leave?
No.
I'm not. Very
Listen, just because I like things that are funny and just because the Evergrace shop music is fucking art.
Work of art.
Just this.
So I'm not allowed to disagree with you.
No. Well, yeah, listen, this is a free speech zone. You're allowed to disagree with the woke establishment.
Okay, John Carmack.
That's what I'm here for. No, it's fine. I think the Evergrace shop music's really funny. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's eclectic noise. And at the very least does not sound like anything else any other JRPG of that era sounded like. Ah! Hit the menu button. I hit the menu button. I live a life of... Alright, I did it. I got the boss key. I'm great at video games. I like having fun. The Pathfinder group I'm in met today. And it was real fun because one of the people in that group, who does not watch these streams, so I can say whatever I want,
Okay.
was starting to make dumb, shitty comments about like one of the NPCs being non-binary.
Oh, fuck that.
Sounds like a Pathfinder player.
Listen, this guy I've had kerfuffles with before. He also made the mistake of telling me that he's an Elon Musk fan. Because he made some sort of... Because he's like, well, yeah, now at least you can say whatever you want on Twitter without people calling you racist. And I'm like, yeah, except make fun of Elon. He's like, but I wouldn't make fun of Elon because I'm a fan. Yeah, no, it's welcome to Arbitrary Dirty Laundry, where I just complain about social interactions I had.
And are having.
Listen, my friends, my internet friends, I like them, but sometimes they disagree with me.
And if they don't like something I like, then they're being unreasonable.
They're attacking me.
Yes. But in the reverse situation, they're being unreasonable for being upset.
They're... I like to have fun.
And you, under your specific version of it.
Yeah.
You're being asked how far you got in the new Zelda.
How far have I gotten in the new Zelda? I haven't played it since Sunday. I basically did Tutorial Island, and then I did, like some of the introductory stuff once you get on the ground. So, I have only put in like 5 or 6 hours into it total. And it's great, because I see everyone else's nightmare machines.
So, it's weird that you're playing this game and it's like, yeah, this is pretty good. It's not great, but it's fun.
I think this game is more than pretty good.
But still, within the circles of the Zelda team, as well as people who really like this series maybe more than they probably should, this was the game that caused them to need to, like, rethink Zelda.
Yeah.
How many games deep with, like, them announcing that Breath of the Wild is the template moving forward do you think we get before that happens again?
Before we get a traditional ass Zelda?
Yeah. Or
Not
some,
enough.
or they try to reinvent the wheel all over again, as they did with Breath of the Wild.
Are you just asking when is the next time you think that they're going to
Make
completely
a
change Zelda?
Change
style
the
Zelda.
I don't think that team doesn't move backwards. They always move forwards.
I bet they get Grezzo to remake maybe the Oracle games. That seems like something they could do.
This game came out the same week as Skyrim. Yeah, Zelda can do whatever the fuck it wants. It's never in competition with any other franchise or game series. Also, by this point, the Nintendo console ecosystem could just actively ignore anything. To its own detriment, to a certain degree, especially with the Wii U.
See, look at this boss fight. I gotta use the bellows to... This is great. Like, keep in mind that I'm also coming from the perspective of I have not played a traditional ass 3D Zelda game. I mean, I replayed Master Quest during the pandemic.
That game's such a fucker.
That game don't mess around. But like, whereas the general mind share of people's like, oh, I can't believe it's another Zelda where you have to get the item in the dungeon, and now that they have not made a Zelda like this in literally a decade. I mean, even Link Between Worlds was trying to do something different.
Link Between Worlds is so good.
It is.
It's the best top-down Zelda.
It really is.
I'm not even going to disagree with that.
That's what I could imagine, is that they do Breath of the Wild shit and then they make a micro game spin-off series that
they should make more top-down Zelda games
of that. I mean, for me, I feel like that would be a better. I feel like that would even be a better Switch experience. Shit, I'd even take them rebooting the Four Swords systems.
They did Triforce Heroes.
That didn't count. That doesn't count.
Because it was bad?
That's like saying... I mean, I shouldn't actually say that. Nope.
Nintendo wants a Zelda game every year? Well, that's... The good news is they can just re-release Twilight Princess and Wind Waker again. Yeah. And people will buy it.
Again.
Also, yeah, this... I don't know. I wonder how this remaster did, because I'm having a delightful time. Yeah, hey, guess what? Know what else is a very good Zelda game? The Wind Waker.
Eh.
Especially the HD version, where they got rid of half the busy work. It's got the fun cell shading. The Triforce hunt is half as long. Oh no. Lunk! I got the harp.
I don't know what that does.
Oh no. Bonk.
Hey!
That dark elf person has a creepy face.
Yeah. Now you've done it, Lunk. Oh, this... He is gesticulating. I know what gear him is, yeah. Well, that was a fun little productive Zelda.
Oh!
But I think this is where they make you fight the sealed one.
Yeah, one of the worst bosses, in mechanically speaking. I believe it's the enslaved, or what's it called?
The imprisoned.
The imprisoned, right? Yeah, it sucks. I hate him. He's awful.
Well, good thing we're not doing that tonight.
Oh.
Because it's starting to get late.
All
It
right.
has a Devon
Bye.
intended quick kill. Alright, thanks everyone for watching, and let's see, is anyone else streaming?
Doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look like it.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Remember to
Brush your
check.
teeth.
Brush your teeth, check yourself for lumps, schedule a doctor's appointment, and when in doubt, go stab a guy.